Thank you, Kelly. Clearly, people who try and be inconspicuous often end up being inconspicuous. It's a pleasure and an honour to be here. Australian Friends of Palestine is a strong supporter of IPAN. The IPAN is about the future of the planet. War is the great destroyer of civilizations. We know that. We've seen it up close with what's happened in Gaza, what war means. IPAN is doing great work, and we want to see IPAN grow as we want to see the Palestine solidarity movement in this country grow. The two issues of international peace and the settlement of the issue of Israel and Palestine getting rid of apartheid are intertwined. I watched a video yesterday. In fact, I watched a couple. One was of a man, a Gazan man, holding up the dead body of his child like that, and his anguish was just incredible, and you can imagine that. Another was of a mother carrying the body parts of her child in a bag. Another was of a young girl, she mustn't have been more than 5 or 6, shrieking in distress at the dead body of her brother next to her. We've seen this for 3 years, this absolute slaughter of the innocents without military justifications in any way. October 7th didn't happen in a vacuum. Years of siege, years of dispossession, years of slaughter, years of massacres, years of invasion of neighbouring countries. But for the media, for our government, for the supporters of Israel, there was nothing before October 7th, and there was nothing after October 7th. There was no context. There's no basis for Palestinian resistance. And after the Israelis went into Gaza, there has been no genocide. Now, we've seen, not just through the social media, which has been fantastic and has been changing, but through the mainstream media, we've seen what Israel has done and what they've said. We've seen Netanyahu and his ministers stand up and call for genocide, destroy Amalek, kill everyone, man, woman and child. Kill the animals, destroy everything. We've seen that. We saw it. It's public. It's out there. The ministers keep stating the same thing. There are no innocents. We like to see dead babies. Gaza must be destroyed. Drop a bomb on them. The statements of the leaders are on the record. The actions of their military are on the record. It's seen. It's done. The estimates of the death, according to those who could be identified, is in the 70,000. The estimates of the likely dead go to 200 and 300,000 out of a population of 2.3 million. Most of the housing in Gaza is destroyed. The hospitals are destroyed. The water supply is destroyed. The solar energy installations are destroyed. The desalination is destroyed. Israel went in, and they went in to destroy and to kill because they have had a policy of ethnic cleansing since 1947. And October 7th gave them the same excuse they had in 1947-8 and the same excuse they had in 1967 during the Six-Day War when another 250,000 people were dispossessed. They're doing it again now. This has been seen by the entire world. This has been the first live stream genocide where the individuals being shredded can be seen, where the journalists being tracked and killed can be seen, where the hospitals can be destroyed and seen on TV. We've all seen that. We've lived with Gaza for 3 years. I can't drive down a street at night without seeing that ambulance in Gaza driving down to rescue people, the convoy of ambulances with their lights on, and the young man talking into his phone to his mother, saying they were going to this and there were shots. by the Israelis who could see that they were ambulances and saying goodbye to his mother on the phone and saying, "I'm sorry, Mum, I just wanted to help people." They murdered the ambulance drivers, the medics, as they do so often. They destroyed the ambulances, they buried the evidence, and then they lied, which they do constantly, and they're not picked up on it. Doctors get murdered, paramedics get murdered, aid workers get murdered, journalists get murdered. Murder is Israel's core business. Murder is Israel's response. Kill Amalek was absolutely the right thing to describe what they were going to do. We've seen that, and it's changed the world. It's changed people's understanding of what war is like. It's changed people's understanding of the conception of justice in this world, that the UN couldn't stop it, that the US is nobbled by this bloody Israel lobby, that they will pressure the UN and they will pressure us, that a genocide can be live streamed for 2 years and not be stopped. This is the world we're in. And this is why the solidarity movement is so important. This is why IPAN is so important. We saw every aspect of this genocide broadcast to us in real time. We saw the starvation while the Israelis denied it. We saw the hundreds of trucks blocked from Gaza. We saw the dropping of munitions on people. Go over there, it's a safe zone. Bomb them. And then destroy the hospitals. So you kill people, you shred them, you starve them, and you destroy their hospitals, you assassinate their doctors, you deny them the medical supplies. We all saw that. What we didn't see was the response that was appropriate to a genocide. Previous genocides haven't been done in the open. This one was done in the open, proudly announced, proudly defended by Israel and its lobby. And what we saw was Biden, the coward, the Zionist, the supporter of Israel, draw a red line for Rafah when Israel was still going south. And we saw that was meaningless. We also saw that the weapons, the bombs, being dropped to slaughter innocent people every single day were being funneled by the Americans, constantly. In our own country, we saw the incredible cowardice of the Australian Labor Party government, who could not condemn what Israel was doing. The weasel words of our Foreign Minister, Penny Wong, about obeying international law, taking note of humanitarian considerations, being concerned and then severely or seriously concerned. These mongrels have stood by and watched a genocide for 3 years, which is ongoing. How is that defensible? How is it defensible? In this country, there have been 3 forces holding back the government. They have been the American government and its pressure. They have been the mongrel Murdoch press, which is the voice of Israel in this country, and they have been the Israel lobby. And all of these are the enemies of peace and the proponents of genocide. I know we're running out of time, so I'll speed up, okay? Look, ordinary people responded to the slaughter of ordinary people, to the torture of ordinary people, which continues to this day. Ordinary people responded. The opinion polls showed it. The 300,000 over the Sydney Harbour Bridge showed it. But at every step of the way, the Labor government was constrained. It was constrained by the lobby, constrained by Murdoch, constrained by the Americans, constrained by their cowardice. The movement in support of Palestine was global, and in Australia, sympathy for the Palestinians had skyrocketed in the understanding that they deserved peace and a state. And then came the Bondi massacre in Sydney. 15 people were slaughtered on a beach in Bondi. And before the blood was dry on those people, the Israel lobby swooped in and announced that this massacre of Australians on Bondi Beach was a result of anti-Semitism, and that the anti-Semitism was a result of the anti-war movement. That is you people. That's what they did. And the spineless government that we had gave way when this evil, evil lobby said, oh, we must describe the anti-war movement as anti-Semitic, we must proscribe them, we must set up a royal commission. The Albanese government, the sovereign government of this country, for a few days resisted a royal commission because it didn't last long, because it was a security and police investigation matter. But the Royal Commission was not into Bondi, it was into anti-Semitism. In the context of a genocide where our government did nothing, where the UN failed, where the Israel lobby is the supporter of genocide, the Royal Commission is about anti-Semitism in this country, which amounted to crimes that were covered by existing laws. Laws against graffiti, laws against arson, laws against assault. But we needed an Royal Commission into anti-Semitism, and this spineless government caved. How much is it their spinelessness, and how much is it the power of this lobby? The lobby must be named, the lobby must be confronted. Instead of our country having an independent foreign policy, instead of it standing up against a genocide that everybody can see, we will now be on a witch hunt for you, for us. Everybody who criticises the genocide is an anti-Semite. They vilify us as racists because we condemn a genocide. All of the movements around the country were not anti-Semitic. There was nothing anti-Semitic about it. They were against a genocide. They were criticising the genocidal actions of a foreign state. And the Israel lobby is here to protect the genocidal actions of a foreign state. And the Israel lobby, like Israel, are a great, great threat to peace in the Middle East and internationally. We must oppose them, we must name them, we must fight them, we must face reality. They exist, they have power, and they cannot be ignored. It's only beginning. It's only beginning. The Royal Commission findings will constrain our civil liberties even more. Freedom is being lost to protect a foreign apartheid genocidal state pushed by the Israel lobby. We have to say no.
The wonderful thing about truth is that you recognise it when you hear it. And it is very easy to see how Mike was able to mobilise 100,000 people in Adelaide. Well done, Mike.